Good day, everyone. I had made another video on the JBL series, Flip series speakers. The issue was on these, the charging connection point here. I've had this for a couple years. Now it's completely failed. It did work after I repaired it. Worked for a while, but I think there's something more going on. I think either the plug is totally pooched or the soldering onto the board has failed. So I'm going to show you how to take this thing apart, and this will be a full disassembly. So the other video I just partially took it apart, but here we go. I'm just going to make sure this looks like it's yeah, it's in focus there. So let's get at her. You have to take off these covers. There we go. Might be able to hear some. I have the window open here. It's one of those rainy days right now, but it's nice out. Oh, this cover I just took off, if you're taking this off for the first time. If you look at my last video, you'll see what happened. I won't go into detail, but you have to be careful with the bottom cover. Don't just pull it off like what I just did. There's a reason for it. You can look at the other video to find out. So yeah, it's just, we'll get these screws out. This end is attached, so be careful. Alright, so I think the battery must be on the other side of this board. Okay, what I'm going to do, it's hard to see, the battery does have a connector. So I'm going to take the battery out. There we go. Okay, so if you find yourself some copper wire, this is solid copper wire. Of course I put a red into the red there. I didn't have a black wire. I have a white wire though. So, and if you're careful, now you could you could cut into these and attach them in, solder them. But I'm just going to go ahead, if you have the solid copper wire, you should be able to insert it along the side here. Just push it in there. And then, if you're careful, I'll probably put a little bit of tape on this. They should stay in there. And then, when I go put it back together, I'll of course plug this main unit back in. And I'll take these wires and I'm going to run them out the bottom of the speaker. And go from there. See what happens. Okay, I'll get this ready. Alright, I'm back here. I have the speaker all together, and I did an initial charge. Didn't completely charge it. In case I have some terminology wrong here, this is your normal USB type charger. This is what came with it. So this is the male end, and so the problem on the speaker was the female end. It got all messed up. It didn't work at all. So, of course, as you saw in the video, I went in and put some wires in, right to the battery basically. And my final intention, I mean, I can clean this up and make it work a little bit better later, but I want to get if I can find one, just find the new sort of USB. I think that's a micro USB. If I can find one, then I'll just wire it up and I'll hook it up on the outside. Then I can come back to using the standard charger, whichever charger I want to use. And, you know, that'd be a little bit better than what I have to do right now. However, what I'm using to charge it, it's actually not designed for lithium-ion batteries, but it does work. It's a digital charger, and as I said, the battery in here, it's a 3.7 volt battery, and looking at the charger specs, this charger puts out 5 volts and 1 amp. So on this thing, you don't have to set the voltage. What you have to do is set, I'm not sure if you can see this, hopefully you can. You have to set the capacity, and as I said, it's a 3700 milliamp battery that's in here, read it off the battery. So you set that, and I'm going to set the current at 1.3. That's a little bit above what the charger normally puts out, but not significant. And that you don't have to worry about. So okay, so let's hook it up. And if the battery's completely dead with these automated, well, somewhat automated chargers, they have a counter on them. Get it started and I'll show you where it is. So it's starting the charge. As I said, the batteries are 3.7 volts, so it's going to range from 3.7, it might even peak up to 4. But the charger understands that if the battery is in good condition. Now, the 1.3 here, if you can read that, that's the amps going into the battery. And this counter here shows how many milliamps are going in, or well, the capacity. So to state this more accurately, it's counting up, and if this battery was completely dead, if it got fully charged by this charger, this would end up reading 3,700. So, you know, right now it's coming up, it's just, you know, 15, 16, 17, so it's filled it with 17 milliamp hours. But it has to count all the way up to 3,700 if it was fully discharged. But anyways, that's what I'm doing right now. It seems to be working. I tested the speaker out. All's good. I'm surprised it still works, actually. It went through a lot of abuse there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe you can come up with your own scenario and, you know, work something out if you're having an issue similar to this. And if you know where you can get those little micro, just the female end, certainly put that in the comments for me, because sometimes it's hard to find these things around here. I live in a smaller area, but I don't know, maybe I'll look online, but if you see one, let me know. Okay, have a good one.